All right, let's get this started. All right, just waiting for my boots to charge and then the stream can get going. Should have done this before the stream, honestly. I have many things to show. Yesterday, I realized late last night that I was being plagued with a lack of sulfuric acid. I had completely run out of sulfur, and I was down to 2 million sulfuric acid. So I went on a quest to figure out how I can get more sulfur. And that first led me to the sulfur B, which, I mean, it was certainly a little bit of sulfur. I mean, it makes about 250-ish an hour in an alveary with 2 enhanced upgrades. But that just, it didn't cut it. It just did not cut it. So over here, a new alveary makes about 215 combs an hour. Each one guarantees 1 sulfur plus a chance for like 10%, a 10% chance for more. Probably closer to 300, honestly. But not enough. Not even close enough. So I built this. The Extreme Entity Crusher. I have this crushing a ember, which is a blaze that just makes coal, I guess. I wanted to use just a blaze, honestly, but I tried. I grab another powered spawner in here that has a blaze in it. I can stop this, put in the blaze, and it requires 2 amps of IV power at LUV amperage, which is just insane. And the reason for that is because it can only spawn infernal. It can't spawn regular. Meanwhile, this ember, yes, can spawn non-infernal. And to further cement that, I made it sure that it's not allowed to spawn infernal. And so this is able to run at EV instead of IV. So much better. I don't like how it looks at me, but you can see it dying in there through the really cheap glass. It makes a bit of XP, not enough to really do much with. Passively, that is. But it makes a decent amount of coal and blaze rods. It's been running for a little bit, and I've gotten 4,000-ish. Would be more, but I didn't realize it was voiding because I didn't put upgrades in it. I've got about 11,000 coal from this so far, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. It's all going to a drawer, right? Where is the coal drawer? Do I have a coal drawer? Or is it just flooding AE? If I spam, I'll eventually get it. There we go. I can come over here, press T, and it will show me where it's located. Up. Yes, right here. Wood upgrade, forced tier 3 storage upgrades. That one's good to go. I'm sorry about that. What else did I do? Oh, yes. So, I got the large sifter, finished the macerator. I got a reservoir hatch for the ore washing plant. I brought AE over here. Anything else? Did I do anything else? It's a good question. Did I do anything else? Oh, I figured out why this wasn't producing when I was offline. It's because it wasn't chunk loaded before. So I went ahead and chunk loaded it, and now it should keep me at 1,000,000 logs always. So that's pretty nice. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I've done. Oh, something that I haven't done yet is let people know I'm live. There we go. Surprised I forgot to do that. Well, no, I'm not actually. I can get rid of that. So today, I think the goal, if it's not too outlandish, I would like to see if I can get my hands on the IV multi-block, the multi-block electrolyzer, which sounds outlandish. But if we look at its recipe, IV machine casings, that's tungsten steel. I can do that. If we look at the molecular disintegrator, that is HSSG, which I have, IV circuits, which I have, platinum cable, which I don't have a lot of platinum, but I'm sure I can get enough. I'm sure I have enough. And then an IV tier glass. I can make tungsten reinforced glass with tungsten steel, borosilicate glass, which I can get from extruder, mixing it with glass and boron, which I can get from electrolyzing. Where is it? Borax, and I have about 800 borax, so that's doable. Again, I have the circuits. Stellite plates are really easy because all that is chrome, manganese, cobalt, and titanium. So honestly, I'm able to do everything I need. Oh, and then the actual electrolyzer casing is just potent and chrome. I can do everything in that recipe. It's just a matter of coding it all. So if I just do that, of course, I have no way of powering the IV single block electrolyzer, but I can use whatever energy hatches I want with the multi-block. So I can run the IV multi-block at EV and call it a day. Speaking of EV, that's one last thing I did is I got EV energy hatches. There we go. I set up a recipe for the tungsten steel coils, and I was able to craft up EV energy hatches. So this is huge. This means that I can now overclock to IV. So I guess even if I wanted to use the regular blaze, I could. That being said, it would probably be negligible. It costs so much to make sulfur with that I feel like I would just use more nitrobenzene than I would make. So I don't think it would have been worth it in the slightest. That being said, I could do that if I wanted to, but the regular blaze doesn't make coal, and this one does, so already better. How's the music? It looks alright. Yes. So, I promise that's the last thing Actually, I'm not promising that. I have no idea what I've done. I am not promising that's the only thing I did. But yes, this is reachable. And as a matter of fact, I think within 20 minutes I can have this multi-block made. So that's all of that. Let's get working on the sterile ingots. Oh, that's gonna throw a wrench in my plan. That requires HSSG. Ooh, that's rough. That is very rough. I didn't think about that. HSSG coils. I might be able to do that. You know what? Let me code the recipes for that instead right now. This stream's gonna be all over the place. I'm calling it now. Especially because I don't have a Circuit Zero EV mixer, so that's another thing I've got to do. So yeah, this is gonna be all over the place. HSSG coils. Oh, this is gonna require molten TPV. This is actually gonna take hours. Oh, if I only had the foresight to have known to check the freaking recipe. No time like the present, I suppose. I need to take my foot out of my pocket. It keeps slipping. Where I'm gonna drop it and put another crack in the screen protector. That's an IV assembler. I just noticed that too. Dang it. You know what? I stand absolutely corrected on everything that I was planning on doing this stream. Oh, crap. Well, there goes the entire plan. The entire plan of the stream was I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get that electrolyzer and I'm going to kick it and I'm going to stick it to GTNH. There goes that. Between the IV assembler and the HSSG coil, which requires the IV assembler. Dang it, I knew a coil upgrade wouldn't happen this soon. Dang it. Dang it. If I had a multi-block assembler, I could overclock one to IV with the new EV energy hatches I have, but alas, I do not. Unless, no, unless. Nope, ZPM tier. Oh, and it requires an IV assembler in of itself. Nope, that's not happening. That's not happening today. Well, let's come up with a backup plan. What else can we do today? Crap, there goes that entire plan. Well, actually, I know exactly what we can do today. We can get ore processing up and running with what we have so far. Dang it, man. If only I had checked the recipe. Dang it. Oh well. It's gonna need its own dedicated controller, I can already tell. I can probably just take a fork off of there. Take some glass cable. Quartz fiber. I can take it off here because this is a part of the main power net. All right. Subnet created. I'm going to move that actually. It's probably going to be right here. Seems good. block higher. There we go. To this moment that I realize I don't have a whole lot of different colors of cable to make this work. Get the feeling I'll be using a lot of anchors, which I should probably go grab. As well as a whole lot of interfaces, some dual interfaces, and I'll do a couple more interfaces for good measure. Storage buses. I have no idea why these don't stack. I think because one was placed, one wasn't. But which is which? These are placed. What's next? I think I'll run red off of here. I didn't grab red cable. Oh, because I have 8 left. Oh, that's just wonderful. May have to take a shortcut and make dyes. All right. That's going to be outbound. This is going to be inbound. How am I going to handle inbound? Because I mean, this has a lot of capacity, but I'm gonna need like 10 times the amount it has. Um, hmm. Um, hmm. I didn't think this one through, did I? Hmm. I might just go and pull up a threefold video on my second monitor real quick. Firefox to the rescue.
So I have over.
Nope. Let me just skim threefold for a moment. Let's see. All right. So it looks like voice crack. Uh, rip. Looks like the most basic system is you want to have a way to input. You want to input into an interface. That interface will then distribute via filtered storage buses to other interfaces as part of separate networks. And those separate networks will route items to specific machines. So that seems to be its most basic. So with that in mind, let's rip down what I've got and restart. This line has to be here because it's the benzene line. Let's see. Do I even need this and this, any of this right here? I don't even think I need any of this. I think I can get away with using none of that. I need to stop breaking this middle one. Make a test buffer, probably HV1. You know, something I can actually make instead of needing an IV assembler. My word. It didn't even occur to me that I have recipes for all of them up to HV. Oh, that moves an item every tick, so that one's pretty appealing. But I can't auto-craft them. Actually, I probably could. I just need a source of tungsten, which I can probably set up overclocked to IV large chemical reactor over by the B area, route all the bees through that instead, and have tungsten be processing because that requires IV. That should probably be my next move. It'd be smart if I did that next, but I'm not going to. I'll just stick with EV. I'll do 3. It's a big craft. Great. Here's what I need to do. I need to just set up a passive system for titanium. It would make so many things so much faster. Let's see. On the input. Gonna move that over here. And be smart. I'll move this over here. Yeah, it's smarter to put that there. Uses less cable. I didn't realize that could spill out. Input bus. Do that to jerry rig power to them. Does this connect to? Yes, it does. Perfect. So those have power. So if something enters there, it should immediately get sent here. Perfect. All right. Next, I'll do. I need more red. Man, one this mess raider doesn't even have any hatches on it. I didn't even give that anything to use. I'll slap one of my first EV things on there. Slap a coarse fiber there. And I'll do this. I'll handle all of these in lime. Well, not lime, just green. And I need a different color cable. Hey, Solarius, how are you doing? How's your day? Got light blue. Doing all right. That's good to hear. I've had kind of a sucky day, but it's getting better. Getting better now that I'm streaming. One more. I need more hatches for this. In between streams, I got the large sifter. I got a reservoir hatch for the ore washer. I finished, well, not finished, it doesn't have any hatches yet. This macerator. It's been okay. Sorry, it was a rough day. Yeah. It is so hard to make soft boiled eggs. Like, it is infuriatingly hard. I wasted 4 eggs today trying to do that. Not very proud of that. Anyway, we got EV energy hatches finally. So that's a really big thing. I had to make an EEC last night. This is processing, what is it called? Embers, a version of the blaze that drops coal. I had to make this because I noticed I was running out of sulfuric acid. And if I don't have sulfuric acid, I can't make nitrobenzene. If I can't make benzene, I don't have power. So I'm sitting there thinking, crap, I've really got to get sulfur. So I made a sulfur bee in a brand new alveary. It makes roughly 270 sulfur an hour, which isn't enough in any sense of the word. So I scrapped the sulfur bee idea, and I went straight to the big toys, the EEC, the Extreme Entity Crusher. using using almost it uses almost an amp of EV. However, if I used a regular blaze instead of an ember, it would use almost 2 amps of IV. So that's a bit of a steep price. So instead of using 16 HV generators, I decided just to get a cheaper mob to kill. So that's where this came from. And then I have it set up here that whenever I have more than 5,000 blaze rods to automatically crush them, because the blaze rods, when crushed into blaze powder, can be centrifuged into sulfur. So that's how I'm getting sulfur now, is through blaze rods. And we are currently sitting back at 4 million sulfuric acid. Where is it? Here it is. So that was a bit of a scare because it got down to 1.3 million at one point, and so I had almost run out. But in the end, it worked out. It worked out. I need, what is that? One more color of cable to finish this. For now, at least. What dyes do I have? You know what? I could do watching already SB videos. I still feel overwhelmed, so not sure how to get going. Watch the first three times, even pull the transcript. Honestly, I felt the same way. Ultimately, I got started just by following the quest book. Where is it? The bee breeding. I just went for the common bee. It took me until the rural bees really to get an understanding of the bees. So I had to go through this entire section here to get a basic understanding. But got common princesses and drones. Good. That's the first step to the bee empire. That's good. Yes. So start getting cultivated. Once you get cultivated, get diligent with both common and the cultivated. Really, it's just a game about how much patience you're willing to put into it. More patience equals more payoff. Just more. Keep plugging along. Yep. It's all about how much time you're willing to put in. Bees are a high time sink, high reward. Did I have the foresight to craft buses? I did. Thank you, past me. I feel like I can do a few of the things. Wish I had a clue of why it was doing it. It was good. Honestly, the biggest thing that helped me was I thought back to a biology class that I took. And Punnett squares are all that forestry is. You take the two parents, and the Beelizer, it will tell you what they are, and then it will tell you their hybrid. The hybrid can be taken as their recessive gene. What they are can be taken as the dominant gene. You put those two together and you can calculate the likelihood of getting what you want. It all comes back down to 10th grade biology. Where should I put the hatches? I'll put the output here. And I'll put the input here. How about that? You happy with that, macerator? Yes. Boom. Now I just need power. Storage bus. All right, so that's the spaghetti of, not actually not quite. The spaghetti isn't quite done yet. There we go. Now anything I put in here will get instantly transported to the macerator. And then I need to filter these storage buses to say what can and can't go into the machines. And then along this line here, I'll have a bunch of bunch of interfaces with a bunch of extreme voltage chest buffers. With those chest buffers, I'll line them up here with interfaces with what are they called? Conveyor modules pulling into them, and then they will automatically push their items into interfaces on this green network. This green network will automatically push them into the respective storage bus, and it will be. That's about the gist of the system. So I feel like I could benefit from putting a controller there, because then I can get more channels here. And then I can make a whole network in this little 5x5 cube. Yeah, I feel like that'll be beneficial. I can run this cable to collect items, which then can be then be distributed via the green cable. I'm making this up as I go. I watched one threefold video and I feel confident enough that I can tackle all of our processing. The initial plan for this stream was to get the IV multi-block, the industrial electrolyzer, because I noticed that nothing in here actually is that hard to get. It doesn't even require any IV components such as the motors, conveyors, pumps, and crap. It doesn't require any of those to be made. So I went through the crafting trees. I can craft every single thing in the crafting tree if I had HSSG coils for my blast furnace. And I could make those if I had an IV assembler. And I could make that if I wasn't broke. So it all comes back down to needing an IV assembler, which means the electrolyzer will continue to evade me. Become less broke. Simply be rich. Simply gain wealth. Noted. Will do. Simply become the 1%. Right now I'm just waiting on those chest buffers. Guess I can grab the interface. I already have interfaces on me. Pop, pop. You want to be able to have good progress, just come play in my world. Tons of stuff to do here. I gotta make sure. I'm trying to invite people to my own world right now. I have a friend that might be joining me in a little bit if he ever gets a computer upgrade. If he gets more RAM, he'll be joining me. Another person expressed interest, but they might be starting their own world for the challenge. I'm having a hard enough time finding help as it is. The more I look at this, the more I realize this is a mess. but I don't care because it's A, my mess, and B, a beautiful mess. Are those chest buffers almost done? My patience is running thin. Not even close. When it says pure B, that means does not say hybrid. No, they don't say pure, it just won't be a hybrid. So take this steadfast, for example. This is a pure B. It doesn't say anywhere that it's pure. However, its active and inactive are both steadfast, meaning that there isn't any other B genetics in that B line. So that would be considered pure. So pure just means that it doesn't have any other B's in its immediate existence, I suppose, would be an okay way of putting it. A great way to purify bees is you take an unpure drone and an unpure princess of the same type, breed them together, and just pray that you get one or the other back. Bee breeding is all luck. There's no skill. It's all luck. The ME interfaces might not be the best way to do this because they can only export 9 items, and I can guarantee I'm going to have more than that in 20 minutes. And export buses can only do 9 items as well. So what would be the best way? Are storage buses the answer again? That would rely on me taking out all of the items and putting them back in the system. However, and it wouldn't be automatic. It wouldn't be able to just suck them out of the main network and put them into the subnet. But it would guarantee that I'd be successful with this. Is there anything in AE that can help me with this? Any like mass exportation bus? Not seeing any potential options. What about in AE stuff? Advanced inscriber, wireless, thread encoder. Maybe even just like an upgraded version of the export bus would be nice. One that holds a significantly larger amount of items to export would be good. But I think we're limited to 9. I go to apply to logistics. Is there anything like a quest that tells me how to do something like this? Wait a minute. I can just use the OR dictionary filters. Wait, this is perfect. I can put an OR dictionary filter inside of an export bus, and then just tell it to export anything that's crushed, anything that's an OR, anything that's anything. Wait, that's perfect. Wait a minute. That is exactly what I need. How do I make those? Insane voltage type filter. How do I make that? IV module. Of course it wasn't going to be easy. Why would it be? Why would it be? Dang it. Well, there goes that idea. That would have been absolutely perfect. That would have been all I would have needed. It's just a bunch of just cleverly placed and cleverly named Word Dictionary filters. Put it in a bus set filter using the T. Standalone bus is no longer craftable. Export card will attempt to push the configured items as fluid in the same Word dictionary from the ME network into a machine or other input inventory to input an item/liquid. Type in the item's name if you want to export all ores or wildcard. The rate of export is very fast. Use crushed wildcard and not crushed purified and not crushed centrifuged to get any crushed ore, but not ore that has been washed, then crushed to get purified or run through the centrifuge. Yes, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly it. This is exactly it. Platinum plates. Dang it. I wouldn't even need very many, and I have like 24 platinum ingots from quests. All I need is this freaking... This is the insane voltage type filters. That's all I need. Oh, and fancy new pieces of plastic. Can I make either of these really easily? Sulfur and polydimethylsilicane pulp. Yes, that stuff. Hydrochloric acid, methanol, and silicon. That's really easy. I can do that. I can make that. Tungsten, steel, graphite, 2x tungsten, neodymium. I can do this. Wait a minute. I might be able to pull this one off, actually. It'll be really expensive right now, but I think I can pull this off. I have none of this automated. Yes, I actually believe that I can do this until my hopes are dashed in 20 minutes by something that unforeseen. That always happens. I can make this. Wire mill, graphene dust. I have tons of graphene. That one's done. HV extruder, tungsten steel for a rod. Okay, of course this one's gonna suck. I either need tungsten foil or polyphenylene sulfide, which is air dichlorobenzene sodium sulfide. Oxygen dichlorobenzene sodium sulfide. Sodium sulfide is sulfur and sodium in an LCR. I need extension cards. Sodium sulfide. Let's see. Sodium sulfide mixed with dichlorobenzene and oxygen. Circuit 0. Now I need to do dichlorobenzene, which is a circuit 2 LCR. Looks like I'm doing another large chemical reactor. Yay. I need to save myself at least 2 blocks. 1, 2. I need someone to build with. What's it called? Inert casing, which I'm probably gonna need like 20 more of. Maintenance hatch. Copper nickel coil. PTFE pipe casing. I'll just use an EV energy hatch. I didn't save myself enough space. You know what? I'm sure I can make it work. 6 out of 8. Perfect. Pure cultivated princess. Good. That's really good. Good job. It's a big step. I recommend passiving every single pure bee that you get your hands on, because once you get the bees drones, say I wanted to make a demonic, all I would have to do is grab a princess and then breed it with a ton of demonic drones until it just becomes a demonic princess, and eventually it will start giving you identical drones to the ones that's in here, and eventually the princess will become identical to the drones, and that's how you easily scale up bee production. No problem. You know what? For now, I'll use shameful, but I'll use LV input buses. Input, output. I don't have a pure cultivated drone. Worry about the hybrid drone. Will bring up your princess. If you're worried about that, what you can do is you can get a second princess of any type. It doesn't really matter if that one's pristine or not, but you keep breeding that one until you get a pure drone. as well. But if you end up getting a, you do have a pure drone. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, just put those together and keep breeding them until until the princess gives the same type of, until it gives identical drones. Your gene pool will be a bit of a mess in the start, but eventually it will stabilize and you will get a queen that makes the same identical drones each cycle. Input, output. I'm missing the entire bottom. RIP. If I do not pay attention to my Oblivion frame and onset of durability, it will be gone. Yes, it will break and you will lose it. It will disappear forever. Just occurred to me my music stopped. Thanks, YouTube. Very cool. I need to find like a browser extension that'll stop YouTube from automatically pausing videos. It's like, no, I'm not paying for Spotify. That crap is so expensive. And B, I don't want you pausing my video. Yes, I'm still listening. Are meant to be babysat? Yes, absolutely. Do not take your eyes off that frame for even 30 seconds. If it gets below, my rule is I never let it get below 10 durability out of 50. If it does, it's a danger zone, and I always make sure I rush that thing straight to its free Medicare, aka the Thaumic Restorer. These two are a match made in heaven. Like it's just wonderful. How long do I? 45 seconds. Input, output. Perfect. Okay, circuit 2. Uh, 2 is this. Thank you. Circuit 2. I need conduit. Honestly, I don't think I need those. I think I can just do it with these. Hopefully that's set up right. Kind of janky, but it works, I suppose. I have no guarantee that works, but I'll take its word for it. Dichlorobenzene. And to be clear, that is circuit 2 at LV with benzene and chlorine. Which means that I actually need another input hatch. Which means I should probably go for the quad input hatch. Yeah, I can do that. All the drones are coming out of the same every time. 3 the same, which I had each reading. Then I have it right. If all the drones are coming out identical, then yes, you have reached genetic purity in the bees. Very nice. Very, very good. Nice. Good. Good. That's a big milestone right there to have another species of bees all pure. Yet another thing that is now waiting on titanium to smelt. Technically your first, even bigger of a milestone then. Even better. I'm trying to determine if it's worth making this an Ivy assembler. Overclocking it to Ivy. I wonder if that would be worth it. It theoretically should cut the time for titanium in half to 30 seconds. Do it. That means that I have to wait on the rest of the titanium to smelt first. But yeah, I can work on that. Or I could either do that and make on-demand titanium faster, or I could set up an EBF to passively smelt titanium 24/7. They both have their pros and cons. The con of the passive is just another power sink. A big pro is that I always have titanium. Uh, a pro to doing it on demand but faster is everything else in that ABF will be faster. Uh, more resources is always a good thing to do. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I probably have to do both anyway. Upgrade the EBFs to IV and get the passive EBF, so I probably have to do both. No matter what, I probably am stuck doing both. In that case, where to put the passive EBF? I can continue expanding out this way. Make another platform here to have a bunch of passive multi-blocks. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to set that up. Did those buffers finish yet? No, they haven't. Nothing has. Is everything, absolutely everything, is waiting on titanium to smelt. You know what? Nope, I can't even do that because I don't have enough EV generators to do that. I was about to say I'm just gonna go overclock the EBF anyway, but then I realized I don't have enough gas generators to do that. I don't have enough EV turbines to even power and overclock. Nothing is simple. That's the motto of the pack, I believe. Make it harder, TM. Yeah, the pack's motto. Make it harder. Trademark. I didn't know I could type that. Semi-automated iron 3 chloride. Heck yeah, that's a big thing to automate. You can type all kinds of random things with pressing Alt and numpad. You can make a lot of fancy characters doing that. Neat. Looks like you're speaking some ancient tongue or something. I don't know. It's almost at 1,000,000 liquid XP. That's interesting. I'll find something to do with that. I understand, right? We'll take these cultivated drones and breed them with common princess to try and get noble and diligent. Yeah, sounds about right. I would set up a passive aviary for the production of more cultivated drones. So aviary, either item conduit or if you don't have those, you can set up. Yep, already did that. Oh, good, good, good. Way ahead of me. Good job. Because you said you did. You know what? You're catching on faster than I did. You're already doing better than I was. I need to charge my boots up real quick. Started the stream charging them, and still charging. I can't wait until I get a radon. Until I get radon to make a quantum eye to make a wireless charger. That'll be so nice. While that's charging, I'm gonna go refill my water bottle. So feel free to watch it charge. I shall be back. Good news. I have obtained water. Boots finished. Indeed. Yay it is. Liquid life right here. All right. Dichlorobenzene. I never put that in. Oh, because I don't have the input hatch for it. Yep, don't have that because I'm still waiting on titanium. How much titanium is queued up? Over a stack. I turn off limit insertion. How much does it put in? Stack on 20. Not. Dang us. I need a passive titanium. I mean, I already have a passive source of titanium dust, and as a matter of fact, I'm sitting at 50,000 titanium dust. It's just a matter of processing it. There is no shortage of titanium. Absolutely no shortage. Just a matter of processing. How long does it take to process tungsten dust? 500. 500 seconds. 500 seconds. That's almost 10 minutes for a single tungsten. That's like 8 an hour. Those rates are so incredibly horrible that almost that would be a requirement to passive that. Holy crap, those rates are that's brutal. That's not just brutal, that's a punch in the mouth. Kick them while they're down. Holy. Punch in the something. Punch in the gut right there. That is just brutal. What did I do to invoke such punishment? Jeez. Yeah, that's harsh. This will be the return system. So it'll send anything I specify right into here. I'm trying to make noble or diligent. Made another duplicate cultivated princess. Cultivated. You're trying to make noble. Or which one did you say? Noble or diligent. And you made another cultivated princess. Rip. I think you can. It won't stay that way for long. You know what? Just keep reading. Breed the cultivated princess with whatever common you have, and eventually it'll turn into a common. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Suffering from success, one might call it. Keep another princess on hand in case. Probably wouldn't hurt. If it make the same exact drones as the other one. If it made... Probably wouldn't hurt. Have twice the amount of diligent bee production. Especially because diligence, make another common. Diligence, cultivated are a great source of honeycomb because they're relatively fast workers and have a 40% chance. So honestly, that's not a bad way to get a bunch of comb early. Keep trying to make another common. Yep. And this is becoming such a mess. I love it. Just think about it. Each one of these interfaces is its own ME network. All managed by this subnet, managed by the mainnet. I love the complexity of AE2 subnets. Let me get up there. Thank you. There we go. This is why AE is fantastic. You can do stupid stuff like this, and it's almost expected. Come on, Titanium, you've got this. Once the Titanium is done, they can begin Tantalum. And once tantalum is done, I think the rest of the stuff should finish. 79 left. Then I pull out the calculator. 79 times, what is that? 90 seconds each, divided by 60 to get minutes. I don't even want to say what that is. That's 2 hours. That's gonna take 2 hours. I think I just died on the inside a little bit. Every day I get slightly closer to saying screw it and making a mega EBF. Every day I get slightly closer to doing that. Every day I tell myself I'm not going to do it, but then every day I get a little closer to the insanity required. I swear, soon the pack will have broke me to the point where this looks like a really good deal. I mean, 164 copper nickel coil. I mean, that sounds like a bargain to me. 442 heat-proof machine casing. I will write that one off as a business expense. My word. Deal at twice the price. I know, right? You know what? A mega is better because it's big. It is good because big. Hey, at least it's hollow, I guess. Got a Forest Noble hybrid. Oh, one step closer. Turn this into a Noble? Yes. You should be able to. One step closer. That's really good. It just occurred to me, how big is the Mega EBF? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What, 15 by 15? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 by 15. One per chunk. Imagine making a quad Mega EBF. That'd be insane. Take a sip of water while I wait. I wonder if I could use like a tap or something on this liquid XP to turn it into just regular XP. Is there even like a tap of any kind? I wonder if I can go use grab one from my old Tinker smelter that I haven't used since LV. Wonder if I can use the faucet. No, it doesn't look like it. Or the shot. I went to Common the Noble. This is watching the slot machine. Yeah, it is. No one. I'm not even gonna try to deny that one. Let's go gambling. Dang it. Dang it. Bee breeding is just gambling. But instead of paying money, you pay time. You know what? I just had a crazy idea. You get a stack of titanium, and where's your circuit one? You get a stack of titanium, and you get a stack of titanium. Yes, indeed. Cue it now. And you get a piece, and you get a piece, and you all get a piece. Paralyze the titanium processing. Three is better than one, they say. If I take my initial estimate of 2 hours from earlier, divide by 3, that's 40 minutes. We've just cut down the time. Heck yeah. I will absolutely be setting up a passive EBF immediately after or during the stream. Whenever I get the titanium to do it. Actually, I may be able to do that right now. I have 2 EBFs not in use. I've got tons of nichrome. Got tons of heat-proof casing. Got a majestic cultivated. That's the blend of both you need. That's certainly an interesting one. That is certainly an interesting one. What was I about to do? Oh yes, EBF. You know, I just got a crazy idea. What if I put the EBF above the rest of the machines? So just like put a roof over this one and put. I don't like the idea. I like how open this is. Request a ton of factory blocks. Something that isn't gated behind titanium processing, finally. Cooking through those. Very nice. Grab some of these. Grab my chisel. What block are we thinking for this? I think this blue factory block looked nice in the EEC area. Grab the builder's wand. All right, there's the passive platform. What is the drone center? Replace maintenance hatch or other multis with downlink module. Provides maintenance? Heck yeah. Yes, YouTube, I am in fact still watching. All right, so there's an EBF. Now it just takes hatches. All right, muffler hatch. I'll just use LV because I don't need very much stuff in it. What energy level do I need to smelt titanium? I need at minimum EV. You know what? I don't even think I'm gonna bother with giving it nitrogen because it's gonna be completely passive, and so I don't care if it's faster or not. So I need an EV bus, which I will probably just steal off of the macerator over here because it doesn't even have a gas turbine yet. This gas turbine's waiting on tantalum, so I guess I'll take out the titanium and wait for tantalum to process. And sit here for a minute or three. any minute now. How just over halfway. I got a noble princess, but I have no noble drones to pair it with. That's unfortunate. Honestly, if you haven't got any drones yet, I would count it as a loss and just keep breeding that one with your 2 breeder bees until you get drones. Yeah, I think the tantalum was the last thing I was waiting for. Set that one to titanium dust. Pump in titanium. I never grabbed an output. For the prince with the common noble and got the noble princess back and a noble drone. Good, good, good. That's great. That is fantastic. Good stuff. The gas turbine finished. Good. Oh, I never gave it a maintenance hatch. All right. Passive titanium has been acquired. So it's still going to be a struggle for the next few hours, but once this has gotten a fair backlog of a few hundred ingots, we should be home free. More water. Agua. Alright. That's better. I don't need the hologram projector on me. Oh, I never set it in extract. Whoops. Perfect. Oh my word, this is a remnant from back when I used to have passive titanium processing, which I then got rid of because I didn't have enough EBFs at the time. This is still, this interface is still programmed to automatically export hot titanium ingots. It's automatically programmed to do that, and I never took it out for some reason. You know, I'm glad I didn't, because I guess, I mean, it's coming in clutch. Oh, all the autocrafting finished. I don't even remember half the stuff I was crafting. 4 fluids and 1 hatch. Indeed, game. Actually, I need 2 of those. I actually need 2 of them. These are still busy doing titanium, so I will be taking out the titanium, as I don't need them doing titanium anymore. I'll just chuck it all in there. Making stainless steel. That's another one I need to set up, is stainless steel. Make sure input filters on that one. Dumb question. Is there a way to make no such thing? First of all, no such thing as a dumb question, because if you learn from the question, it doesn't make it dumb. It means it's productive. Anyway, is there a way to make them start producing combs instead of breeding? Yes. So the way you make them produce combs is just to stick them in an apiary pure queen, pure drone, and it'll go through a cycle where it'll make drones and combs. No, so it's all just done in the apiary. So I wonder, because I just put input filter on this one, so it'll only ever accept titanium dust. Does that mean that on the same color frequency, I can also have one doing stainless steel? Possibly. I mean, it'd be great to automate both. After all, they are two of the biggest time sinks in my auto crafting. So just having them would be a great benefit. One more stainless steel ingot. Come on, you got this. I believe in you. There we go. And of course, the hatch takes 30 seconds on its own. So that's just delightful. Any second now. Boom, perfect. I should be able to switch it to an output hatch. I guess not. I guess there aren't compressed outputs. Interesting. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Guess I'll just slap a second one on there. That was such a side tangent, all of that. To get so I can get back to doing silicone rubber. All of that was just some side tangent. Perfect Noble Princess drone, perfect. That's great. Making Noble drone duplicates, always a good idea. I need yet another large chemical reactor. Um, yeah, just make 10 buses. I always need more buses, so might as well just tell it to make a ton. Oh, and EV, two EV energy hatches. Can I? I'm out of neodymium, really? I guess I have been forgetting to keep buying it. Yoink. Yeah, I'm gonna do a second EBF. I'm just gonna do it with LVs, because that's cheaper. And this one's going to automatically process stainless steel. Oh, I need another muffler hatch and maintenance hatch. Yeah, I figured I need more of those. And I'm out of CPUs. Yoink. Perfect. Conduit. Oh, I am out of conduit. Where can I process that one? I can process that one in the next one. 8,700 aluminum ore berries. Uh, Almost enough to make the 120 aluminum blocks you need for an automatic ore berry farm for aluminum. Heck yeah, that's a lot of ore berries. Do you have an automated farm or is it all manual? That's a lot of war berries. Right now, manual because crop manager will not harvest ore berries if they don't on a middle block. Soon will be automated. Heck yeah, that is a lot to farm by hand. I applaud that. That is a lot to do by hand. Jeez. It might be the best source of aluminum, but it requires nothing on my part once it's running. Honestly, I don't understand why people hate ore berries as much as they do. Sure, they're not the best source in the entire game, but it's not like they're a bad source. They're still a good passive source of infinite free aluminum, and I mean, infinite and free are two of the greatest things in this mod pack. I always get so confused when I hear people making fun of them. Maintenance hatch. 85 seconds and get. Yeah, right now my farm, which only reaches tier 3 because of no metal, currently produces 400 per harvest. One of those are all running automated to tier 4. I think it'll be worth it. Honestly, yeah, that'll probably be worth it and then some. That'll probably take you well into HV, maybe even EV, maybe IV. I mean, that's you don't need much aluminum past MV, so that's I'm gonna go off a limb and say that's gonna be plenty, maybe even for until late game. I mean, well, that's quite the investment to put into it, and I think it'll pay off. Hmm. Filter stainless steel is a whitelist. Need another filter. I'll use an advanced one. I don't want to feel. I don't feel like waiting for a second one. I know people don't like this, but I'm gonna put a crafting card in it. All right, that is passive stainless steel and passive titanium, the two biggest time sinks in my auto crafting. Oh, the boots need charging. I can tell because they almost just killed me. This is gonna hurt. Yep, there goes half my health. This is what, the third time I've charged my boots this stream? I think so. Wow, random lag spike. That was a bad lag spike. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and so whenever I need to passive a new item, cough cough, tungsten, I'll just plop tungsten in here, build a new EBF along this line. Which I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room for, but that's fine. Build a new EBF. Attach it with conduit, put a filter. And that's it. Infinite tungsten. Oh, you know what I do need? I need more crafting CPUs. I keep telling myself that I'm going to put that off until I can craft the 16Ks. So that'll make them smaller. That'll be good. Multi-block goals. Is there an item I can use with like a empty blank frame, or doesn't look like it? Geez, even the item frame is pain. Greg is pain. Yes. Greg is pain. Greg is love. Greg is life. Greg simply is. What was just about to do? Void miners. That's pretty end game. Integrated ore factory all in one. That's ultra high voltage. That's UV. That's IV. I can do that soon. The industrial greenhouse. That will replace all of that, actually. I can tear that all down once I have this at least. I take that back. IC2 crops minimum voltage tier LUV. It'll be a while before I do that. Normal crop. All right. Yeah, that'll happen much later. Oh well, I've got some more research to do on how to get ore processing working. I think I'll call it there for the night. It's starting to get late. But thank you for coming to the stream. It's been great having you. Hope to see you in the next one. I think that'll be sometime tomorrow. Probably around the same time this one started. Maybe earlier, who knows. But until then, have a good night. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.